one of the new playable characters in Genji Days of the Blade. She was an NPC in the first title. She's more of a finesse-based character. She's got the chain blades, where you're actually able to go and grapple people at a distance and do a number of crazy things with grappling them, placing energy bombs on them, detonating them, and basically interacting with large groups of people. Then we just unlocked Benkei here, who's a returning character from the first title. Benkei is the legendary monk from feudal Japan. He basically is the heavy hitter for the crew, does lots of damage, high armor, and basically is just a bruiser of a type character who's getting punked by archers. There we go.
So each of these three characters has their own special, checks and balances, basically. So now, what is this boss character here?
This boss character actually has no name. He's just one of the miscellaneous commanding characters for the Heike army. As you can see, the stone that's glowing in his chest there, that is basically the Moshihagane, which is the demon stone, effectively, which imbues them with the power that they've got. Now, the problem is he's got armor in the front. You can see it on the back there. We can hit that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit him in the front and knock his armor off. And by doing so, now I can switch over to the other characters. Here's Yoshitsune. Many people recognize him from the first game. He's the swordsman. He's the brother to the now emperor from the Genji clan. Come on, there we go. Sorry, it's usual trying to play and talk at the same time. Basically, you've got the speedster here. He can really tear people up. As you can see, once he had the armor taken off, he was able to just carve that guy up like a stuck pig. Now, go ahead. You basically are going to be able to swap between the characters, and it's a combination of the heavy hitter versus the speedster versus the finesse character, which is going to be how you can actually defeat these opponents in various different ways. What I'm going to do right here, if you want to go ahead and check this one, I'm opening up and unlocking different weapon sets. This is a new double swords for Yoshitsune, a different club for Benkei, and a new fan blade for Lady Shizuka. Those three weapons are going to now unlock entirely different animation sets for the characters as well, which is going to allow you to basically get more depth of the trees, different types of combinations, like Yoshitsune's swords. High damage, bad defense. Whereas original ones were a nice balanced combination. So it's all about figuring out what that combination is and what you really want to do.
So if you can, I don't know what you've revealed yet, but can you tell us anything about the story behind Genji 2? What kind of conflict you're trying to resolve?
Well, basically, anyone who's familiar with the first Genji, it knows that was mostly based around the Genpei Wars. It effectively is the age where Japan went from an aristocratic society to a feudal society, effectively the rise of the samurai. And you had the daimyos come into play, and effectively everybody was trying to take their own little piece of the pie. The Heike clan was very powerful, and the Heishi clan, the Heike, were very powerful, and they basically went through and, hey, those guys are being a lot more aggressive than I'm used to. Come here, come here. Basically what you've got is you've got two clans fighting for power, and as they go through and take each other out, in the first Genji, we basically took the Heishi out of power, put the Genji clan in power, and Yoshitsune's brother, Yoritomo, is now the emperor. What you're doing is effectively 3 years later going around and mopping up the Heishi resistance and their clan, which is still around.
I'm assuming that'll lead to bigger and better things later in the game?
Always, always. And basically you've got Yoritomo is very jealous of Yoshitsune's power and basically popularity. So you've got him doing some unseemly things out of jealousy of the characters. And I got 10 more guys to do, and I get to show you guys another boss.
Right on. So this is a battlefield, and you're trying to get to the, I guess the rather infamous giant crab enemy that's going to show up here pretty soon.
Everybody's favorite, the giant crab. This battle is actually the Battle of Ichi-no-Tani, which is a historical battle that did occur in Japan. This was a battle between the Genji and the Heike clans. It basically is one of the historical battles that have been referenced for the title.
What time period is this?
This is the 11th century. So this is basically, you've got the Battle of Ichi-no-Tani, Battle of the Nura, which if you caught any shots of the trailer, you can see that big naval battle with all the ships. That was the Battle of the Nura, which is another historical battle. Come on, only a few more guys left, and I can show you something.
I think you killed them all.
17 of them down. These guys are going to be a pain.
You can do jumping attacks, can't you, with this character?
Yes. But but I actually am more effective on the ground. All I'm going to really do with the jumping attack is pull him to the ground.
So now you got 19 out of 20, so when this thing hits 20 here.
Right there. And here's everybody's friend. This is actually a bigger one than the one you saw at E3. Now, obviously, we all know historical battles, well, there probably were no giant crabs at the Battle of Ichinotani. However, there were a number of crabs that were basically the Battle of Denora, which was the huge battle between the two clans, the naval battle. That battle actually, the history says that when that happened, the spirit of the dead Heishi soldiers.
Come on.
Get off! Get off! Get off! Oh! Basically, that battle did happen, and so many soldiers died in that battle that they've basically they imbued their spirits into these crabs that now have. That's a really nice shot of the crab's butt, isn't it? Basically, they imbued their spirits into these crabs, and that is where the Heike crabs came from, which are real crabs. They're small, but they basically have a man's face on their body. Okay, and this is a perfect example of the camera system that we are trying to resolve. And here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, cowardly crab. Come here, come here, come here.
So he's trying to avoid your powerful attack, I guess.
Yes. But not well enough. Not well enough. There we go. And that would be one dead giant crab. So, I mean, obviously, we're taking bits of history, bits of legend, and then we're extrapolating that into a video game. So you do have these historical Heike crabs, which have the faces on their backs, which are supposedly imbued with the spirits of the Heike warriors. Then you also have the legendary characters, Benkei and Yoshitsune. Obviously, we're embellishing a great deal when it comes down to the giant demon stones and big crabs and demons and flying winged things. It's a video game. We're having some fun here.
Excellent. That's fine. Well, why don't you just sign off, just say your name and the name of the game, and when do you think it'll be out?
Alrighty. My name's Kyle Schubel. I'm the producer for SCEA on Genji Days of the Blade, which we're currently targeting a launch.